Oh, should I have my socks out? Hold on.
You can't see them.
Here, I'll see your socks.
Yeah, you will. Don't lie to me, Krampus. Hi, my name is Joshua Seymour, and my Arte Factum is Voomavil. My movie is basically about three brothers. They go into a graveyard. They are looking for an ancient artifact, and basically the artifact, it has the power. The artifact has powers that can defeat evil, basically change their whole way of life, and make it so that they can defeat this evil that is growing in their town, that their father has told about them for years, but some of them have never really seen it. So they don't really know what to expect, and they actually encounter the evil, which is the title character named the Voomavil. They don't know it, but it's a vampire. Man, he looks pretty. He could go a few different creature ways, but I envisioned him as a vampire at least. But I wanted it to be kind of like an adventure, action adventure meets horror film, which are some of my favorite types of movies. Well, I was really happy about it because this was something that I've been wanting to be involved with. Wages of Sin, doing some kind of video, short film, no matter what, even just helping out, because I really appreciate and enjoy their work, so I really wanted to be a part of it. So I was really thrilled when they asked me to do it. Nervous at the same time, but thrilled, because I didn't know how the other films were going to be or anything when I was first asked. So it was really an honor, really. It took about 1 weekend, but there was a lot more than that. That was the actual just shooting of it. The Eric Miller, Steven, Dan, all the Wages of Sins guys, Jeremy, they were all working on pre-production stuff a lot longer than that, building sets, and a little bit of post-production. But in terms of just the filming, it was just 3 days, and when I wrote the script, I rewrote it about 5 times maybe. But yeah, I would say in 1 weekend was when we got all the filming done, the actual filming, and then everything else was post and pre-production. There's always challenges to every movie. That's why I like doing them, because you never know what challenge will come up. And one of the ones on Voomavil, which I didn't really think of until we got there, was unfortunately I wasn't able to see one of the locations. So I didn't know how it was really going to look, and it looked great for the movie, but it was very dark. I didn't bring near enough lighting, but fortunately all the crew, Wages of Sin, and everybody improvised that, and we used some cars to light it. We used some headlamps, some different things. But if I would have known, probably in hindsight, but it was good that I didn't, because now I know when I do a night shoot, because every other night shoot I've ever been on has been somebody else's production, not my own. So it was different, just when you're actually the one directing it, that you have to think about those kind of things. But nobody tripped over no snakes and got killed, so it was all good, right? Let's see, what advice do I give to filmmakers in general? Always trust your instincts, but definitely listen to input from your cast and crew, because that's always collaboration is always good. Of course, if there's something that you really want, stick to it, because that might be the shot that really sells the movie one way or another, or might not actually edit it out. But if you need a shot, you can always shoot it one way, shoot it another way, and see which way you like the best. But I would listen to everybody's input and try to incorporate into your movie, but you always have to remember that filmmaking is a collaboration, but it's not a democracy. So if you're directing and writing, if you're directing the one on it, make sure that you stick to your guns in terms of what you want, because it's going to be your name on it. So you really need to, like, I really wanted a throat slash in there, and I had to. That was the last thing we had to film because I really wanted somebody's throat to get slashed. So we had to add that, and I thought it was really cool when we did. So I just make sure you've already shot it in your head too, visualized it out. Which, sometimes it's hard if you don't know exactly where you're filming, but you can still kind of get a basic shot list in your head together, either way. This has been the movie that looked the most like, of all the other movies that I wrote, this is the movie that looked the most like when I envisioned it in my head, on screen. So I was really happy of it. Of course, every time you see something, there's always things you would do differently. So like when I saw it, I was like, man, I should have moved the camera more, because there's a scene where Jonathan is scrambling to find something. He's lost. And then we went handheld, and that was actually shot after, and it looked really cool. And I was like, man, we should have probably done some more of that. But you don't know really until after you see it. But Jeremy did a really good job of filming it in terms of getting a lot in the frame, which is what I wanted. That's the kind of style I wanted anyway. But it's good to always incorporate styles. Of course, you don't always know that until after the fact. So, a couple of things I would have done differently, but not many really. Most of them, I'm pretty happy with it. You can always pick apart what you would have done, but it's better to just move on and go to the next thing and learn from that experience. I have a YouTube channel. It's Josh Seymour Productions, which is where all my 1,000 Bullets to Heaven films are, as well as Voomavil's on there, and I made a playlist with a lot of the other Arte Factum films as well. My work is also available on, well, I guess just YouTube now, really. But we are going to show it in a film festival at Poison Peach Film Festival. Is going to show all of the Arte Factums, so they'll be kind of in one long anthology series, or one long anthology film, and it'll be really cool. So that'll be something to come out to, and that's first weekend in January, right? Yeah, so Poison Peach we'll be showing some there, and then I am actually planning a screening up in Atlanta, where I currently live, to show Voomavil and the next 1,000 Bullets, as well as showing it in Augusta. So we're gonna kind of show it a little bit all around the South, and hopefully get into some other film festivals too, because that would be very cool. So, no, I just want to say that I thank Wages of Sin, because it was a great experience, and Eric, Dan, and Steven are three of my absolute best friends, and I absolutely loved working with you guys, and it was one of the best weekends of my life. I really had a great time.
The Voomavil will feast on your bodies, and you will beg for the pain to end. It never will.